again.
1, 2, action!
Okay, listen up front, please. Coach Kenda, real quick. Hey guys, I just want to leave you with one thing. It's my last. I was hoping to get here yesterday. Something came up. I couldn't make it. But my last chance to kind of be here this week. I just want to leave you guys with this. It's interesting playing in the NFL for 16 years because you get to be around some of the most incredible athletes that have ever put on a helmet. It's amazing what these guys can do. And some of it comes real natural to them. But you'd be amazed at how hard they work. How many of you have heard Jason Witten, tight end for the Cowboys? Jason Witten. They have to force Jason Witten to take plays off in practice. They have to physically go and grab him and say, no, come on. You're going to come sit down right now. You're going to take a couple plays off. Because he never wants to take a play off. Ever. DeMarcus Ware, the most incredible athlete I've seen in the NFL, is DeMarcus Ware. 16 years. I was around Joey Galloway. I was there the day he ran a 4.15 40. Stumbled his first 10 yards. I ran a 4.15. He got done with that. He went into the weight room and he was on the bench doing sets of 10 with 365 pounds in the ball. He's the guy that ran a 4.15, weighs maybe 185 pounds, and was in the weight room benching 365 10 minutes after he got done running a 4.15 10 times. Okay, that was pretty incredible. And I got to be around Chad Johnson. I mean, the guy can contort his body into any shape to get a football, catch a football. I got to see that. I got to go to Detroit and be with Calvin Johnson. Now that guy's a freak.
Big drum.
Okay? He's stupidly ridiculous athletic. Okay? One day, Calvin is about 6'6". Okay? When you look at him, you feel like you're looking at a lineman, but then those left routes. And, but one day, you know, I knew that Calvin had gotten drafted in baseball. So I asked him, we were stretching, we stretched on the sideline, we were right around the 50-yard line. I said, hey Calvin, you think you can throw the ball through the uprights? He said, I'm not sure, let me see. He goes like this with his arm, you give him the ball, we're on the sideline now at the 50-yard line. The uprights, if you just went straight down that way to the back of the end zone, that'd be 60 yards. When it's on an angle, you took out, that's the hypotenuse. Okay? So we got to add a little bit to that. So we're going to call it about 67 yards to the uprights. Calvin does this, grabs the football, goes through the opposite upright, hits 2/3 of the way up the upright. No warm-up. This guy's a freak. But nobody more than DeMarcus Ware. Nobody more than DeMarcus Ware. My first year in Dallas, we used to have to run. What we would run is our conditioning, you know, after we get done working out, our conditioning would be, all right, you gotta run 8 100 yards, walk. Then you gotta run 4 200 yards, walk, and then you gotta run 2 400 yards and walk. DeMarcus Ware, we'd be out there with DBs, running backs, receivers, linemen, everybody, you're running. He would beat everybody by 20 yards. And you get there, you'd be running and finishing your last one, and DeMarcus would be standing there like this. Wait, just like this. If you ever watch him play football and they show him in between plays, that's how he rests. He never rests like this. He never goes down to his knees. He never falls out. This is how he rests. He's taught himself how to rest just like this. Watch him in between plays. Ever get a chance to see him in between? They're coming to play the Seahawks. Seahawks opening game week 2 this year. Get a chance to go to the game, go there and just watch DeMarcus Ware. Middle of the 3rd quarter, 8-play drive, he's going to be like this. He taught himself how to rest because you don't rest like this, you don't take a knee, you don't fall out. He taught himself how to do that. But so we're running these 400 yards and he's smoking everybody by 20 yards. We get done with that. How many of you have ever done a power clean in your life? Anybody? Shouldn't be many of you. You're not very old. We get done running these where he's smoking all the DBs and everybody, run these 400-yard sprints. Go in the weight room. Go in the weight room. He's got 275 pounds on the bar to power clean. And he's standing there. Nobody's around him. 275. He's doing sets of 20 reps, 5 times. And he does it just like this, actual speed and time. 275. 20 times. He does that 5 times. 5 sets of that. Why am I telling you this? A lot of you guys raise your hand, I want to be a professional athlete, I want to be a professional athlete. You have to learn to work harder than you think you're working. You have to learn to do it. You have to learn to learn how to get rest, to be DeMarcus Ware, and be able to get my breath back in 30 seconds, boom, right here, and be ready to go on the next play. Next play. Next play. You got to be able to learn to let go of something negative that just happened. I just got beat. I just got smashed. My quarterback just got sacked because I missed my block. Lock in, get rested, hear the next play, and go. But the best players I've ever been around are always the hardest workers. All of them. Calvin Johnson, Jason Witten, Marcus Ware. These guys are the hardest workers you'll ever see. So, what do I want to leave you with? If you really want to be a professional athlete, it's less than 1%. You got a lot of hard work. You got a lot of hard work. There's a lot of people that are gifted. There's a lot of people that are gifted that don't make it. You know why? Because they're not willing to work. They're just not willing to work. To put in the time that it takes. To push myself past the point of feeling discomfort. And work. And work and work and work and work when somebody else isn't working. But not a lot of people want to be great. A lot of people say they want to be great. They don't want to do what it takes to be great. A lot of people are really happy being the best that anybody else knows. Guess what? This country is a big country, and there's a lot of really good people out there. Good players. It takes something else mindset-wise to get yourself to the top. That's what it takes. 16 years in the NFL, undrafted, 12-string quarterback when I got to college, played 1 year in high school at quarterback. But I knew this, nobody was going to outwork me. I was never going to miss a meeting. I was never going to be late to a meeting. I was never going to talk back to a coach. So my coaches always knew they could count on me that I would do whatever they asked. Instead of some of you got the smacking lip syndrome. Just somebody say something to you, right there. Man, my players do that to me at high school at Lincoln, and I jump all over them. I refuse to let it happen. So ask yourself, is that what you want to be? And if that's true, you got to work your tail off. You got to be somebody your coaches can count on. You got to be a great team. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Brian. You want everybody together? Yeah. Okay, we'll line it up on the cone. On the cone. On the cone, going over there. Let's go.
This is that speech reminds me of Saudi when she went to college. Yeah. In high school, she was a valedictorian the whole